I don't know, Hindu, should I tease Chad and say, like, mics are live and pretend I didn't totally make another production mistake? I see Adonis lurking as well. His skills are flowing through Twitch and straight to me.
You are turning into Adonis. Don't know if you really want that to happen.
I don't know. I've heard some things. I don't know. I've heard things. It's bad, scary, frightening, terrible things. Nevertheless, bands. This one's going to be Team Eager facing off against Turnip Esports, guys. We're in the quarterfinals of the Week 5 North American Challenger Cup. Eager have, in theory, possibly, maybe not, locked themselves in a guaranteed slot into the Summer Split qualifiers. There's still some cash on the line, though, guys, so they still want to make sure they get that top seat spot. I believe it's $2,500 for first place, and only $1,500 for second, so it's an extra $200 per player that I'm sure they wouldn't be too upset to win.
No, more than likely, money is money at the end of the day. Why not take it when you can get it available to you? And in this one, we would normally not necessarily bring you 2 Eager games back-to-back, but none of the other teams are ready right now, so we're like, hey, why not bring you more Eager action? So that's what we're going to see in this one. The picks and bans are coming through thick and fast at the moment, and pretty much standard from Eager. They're trying to constantly ban away 2 junglers every time at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty much standard these days. Jungle ban, jungle ban, jungle ban, jungle ban, with the occasional, we don't want to deal with Honor, so we'll ban him out. Other than that, with the picks coming in, Bastet gets locked in for first pick for Team Eager, probably going to be on Dare to Care over in the jungle, but it could always be in that solo lane as well. And also Bellona getting locked in for the solo lane of Turnip Esports, as well as Arachne for mid lane, which also doubles as a nice little take it away from Lassus, potentially.
Yeah, Turnip Esports are an existing team. They've been around for a little while. They were called themselves the Why Not previously, and now they've been picked up by Turnip, and now they're going to be seeing themselves there. Ruby, Keeper of the Rice, True Blade, Omain, and Zed Ru that make up that team. Bastet was locked in, Bellona and Arachne. Bellona early picked on in this one.
Yeah. She has a pretty bunch of decent matchups, and with 2 more picks getting locked in by Team Eager, it looks like it's going to be a roar on Geb, but it looks like it might be Anatoly bringing out yet another Guardian to that solo lane with Athena getting locked in.
I mean, yeah, potentially it could be. I mean, the one thing about Athena versus a Bellona is Athena relies on her abilities to deal damage to the wave and not necessarily use her auto attacks. So she's not going to have too much of an issue to deal with the Scourge that can disarm her when she's going for trades. On top of that, if they do that, she can also cause a few issues with her preemptive strike, which, if connecting with targets, it also blocks shots of abilities. With auto attacks. So she can reduce some of the damage that Bellona can put out based off that as well. Could be jungle though as well. We might see Detka do that, and Bastet could take that solo.
Ares will get locked in for Turnip Esports as their support, more likely than not. Zhonghui getting banned out, making sure that they can't pull any Zhonghui Nemesis shenanigans like we saw going back in Week 2, I believe it was. Lassus on Zhonghui was just going absolutely crazy on that. And with the counterbans...
They took Rama away here from Zapman this time around, so we're actually going to see what Eager's going to produce instead. It looks like they're going to look for Xbalanque. We're going to see some Zap, what do we call it? Zap. Zaplanque.
I'm liking
Zaplanque. Let's go with that. That sounds good. In my head, at least. I don't think chat will like it too much. And we're going to also see Lassus playing the Kraken boy in Poseidon.
Final pick getting hovered over right now, looking like could be an Arachne for Turnip Esports. With the picks on the table currently, will likely be in the jungle role. Arachne's pretty strong when she gets up close and personal. Somebody that stun, that attack speed steroid, 70% of max rank is insane. Plus it has a stun attached to her too. And she gets healing and does poison damage and has little broodlings and nobody likes spiders in general. She can be quite effective out of that jungle, but a lot of people, she has some issues. The only real escape or mobility that she gets, other than the movement speed from when somebody hits the web, is her Nightcrawler ultimate, which, if you use it to aggress, you kind of have no way to get back out if you need to.
It should be an interesting game. I do like Turnip Esports' composition here. I like the idea that they picked up Ares as well for the aggression. And you could do cause a lot of issues for rollouts on Geb with the chains. And also against a Xbalanque as well. He's going to be careful. He can't use the Rising Jaguar if he does get hit by those cripples. So we'll see how this one plays out for the boys of Turnip Esports. But Eager, strong as always. We'll see how they can do. Remember, 3 + 2 + 1 + 1 = 8. We'll be right back after this break.
God, Hindu. I don't know what you're talking about, so enjoy the music that Hindu is going to tell me isn't actually playing, because things. See you in a bit, guys. Alright guys, hello and welcome back. Team Eager facing off against Turnip Esports in this quarterfinal match of the 5th week of the North American Challenger Cup. I'm Poseidon, here with the one, the only, Hindu man.
Turn up for turnip, eager for beavers. Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds good. I heard turn up for turnip and I was like, that's cool. And I was like, what did eager need? Eager for beaver? That actually makes sense with the boys of Eager, actually. Eager for beaver. It actually makes a lot of sense. I like this.
And a lot of people are also asking in chat about Bellona's win rate. It's not actually 90%, guys. That is correct as written on screen. It is, in fact, 9,001%.
9,001%. Good on you checking that one out. Checking in with both these teams, though. No early aggression from either side. Early ward coverage coming down from Turnip Esports right now. And everyone's going to play pretty much passive at the beginning of this one.
Yeah. I think the kind of premier matchup in these lanes is going to be that Athena going up against Bellona. Both of those gods have blocks coming in off of the abilities. Athena offer passive, Bellona offer shield bash. But the thing is, Athena is going to be constantly getting those as she's using abilities, whereas Bellona has to actually switch that specific stance to get the blocks. But the rest of her kit as well, that Scourge is going to provide some sort of some sustain in lane, as well as that hammer, the hammer providing AoE wave clear. So, I don't know, that I think going to be the one kind of odd standout matchup in this game. Everything else going to be kind of stuff we've seen in the past at least once or twice. A bit more aggression coming out of the dual lane from Turnip Esports with that Ares, but they do have Geb, so worst case, you know, shackles are connected onto Zapman, throw a stone shield on him, and he can just Rising Jaguar back out to safety anyway.
Honestly, I think Athena versus, we're going to see, you know, Bellona in this lane. I think Athena's going to be fine for this one for the most part. Once again, it'll just come down to, more often than not, it's going to be against the enemy team of the junglers to actually deal something with this. So keep an eye on Ruby. Ruby's going to have to put some pressure on to really cause an issue here. You can see her doing some nice early poke. Left-hand side, though, early aggression from Turnip Esports there as well. This won't be an easy, quick win for the boys of Eager, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, right now, Turnip Esports are applying the pressure all over the map. Even Lassus right now, not really able to push far past the mid lane. If you look at his mana bar as well, he's already getting very, very low, while Keeper of the Rice is sitting almost completely full. So he'll have a little bit of extra mana pool later on to maybe look for a couple extra flame waves or poke on the Lassus. Jungler's not yet able to rotate over. Lassus is going to be picking up some back harpies all on his lonesome. It's better than nothing. They have the back harpy camp to share as well. But this, you know, Turnip Esports right now are doing well in these lanes. They have a slight gold lead just from denying gold to the tower.
Done a good job of actually pushing on and putting the pressure onto the team early on in this game. It's a good decision from Turnip Esports. They're not going to be too far behind though with the boys of Eager. They're just going pretty much safe and sound for the time being. Toli versus Bellona. Keep an eye on this lane overall, as we will see Zedru versus Toli. This one's going to be probably the most active, I feel, at least during for the moment of the game now. Toli is actually going to take a lot of poker. He could die here. He could actually die here. If he's not careful, he's going to turn the damage back around a taunt. But he's going to have to be very careful under this tower now. How many health potions has he got left? Oh, just a one with one ticking. Needs to be careful.
He does. Zidru still has one health potion, one mana potion. His mana bar rather, is almost completely full, as is his health. He'll have sustain with that Scourge as well. Anatoly's having a rough time right now in this lane. Level 5 as well, he's not really going to have any sort of extra advantage out of that one. He can look to escape or help elsewhere. Mid lane, missing first blood as it comes up on screen. Lassus with the help of Derricker finding that kill into Ruby. They were looking for the back and forth. Keeper of the Rice was able to use Path of Flames to escape back to safety of his tower. Rotation though, Eager coming out. First blood on the board, but the Cat's giving a little chase.
Cats. Yeah, Cat's going to be able to chase in. The stun's going to come out onto him as well. Dirty Cat's still trying to go aggressive. Zedru, though, does take out Toli. The Cat's still chasing onto Agony, who's going to live. And we've missed a second kill again. Cameraman, please. The action's just everywhere.
To be fair, we were watching the Cats chase down Agony, so at least that time there was something relevant on the camera. But, you know, we touched on Toli being so low in health. Zedru hit level 5. Didn't even need the Eagles rally and found a kill.
Mid help have spawned right now, and you can see the rotation over here from Rama as well to put the pressure onto the big so they secure this camp for Turnip Esports. Right ones though did go to Eager. Dirty Care found them. Lassus with a lazy back. He's going to eat a Scourge to the face and going to get stopped back in again. I expect a second. Nope, he's not, because the shield comes out and he's not going to find it. Tony's back in lane though at level 5 after his first death of the game. Looks like he's going Warlock Slash there as well.
Similar to what he did last game on Sobek. A big problem is going to be the fact that he doesn't really have an ultimate that helps him in any way, shape, or form over in the solo lane. He can help out elsewhere, he can use it to escape potentially, but he's not going to be able to use it to help himself out in this lane. Zidru's getting a little bit low, but has not yet gone back to base. Applying some poke back on Anatoly. No health potions this time coming back from that base, so whatever damage he takes is going to be fairly permanent, just relying on that natural life regeneration. He's going back to base already, given the fact that Zidru did the exact same thing. Not a bad time to do it, although maybe changing his mind as minions have just arrived to the lane once again.
Yeah, so 1-1, 4 minutes in. Aurora needs to be careful here. He might get rotated on because of the fact Ruby's here on this Arachne as well. They're trying to pressure down onto Zapman a little bit more here. But early on, signs of life from Turnip Esports. They're putting himself in a good position. Mid lane, though, Lassus has pressured that mid tower. Knowing Arachne's over in that left-hand lane means they can try and invade on the speed buff. But Agni knows something's up, but he did just step on a ward, so Detica knows.
Yeah, Hand of the Gods coming down. 480 damage, a little more than Agni can look to steal away just with a quick burst. Even with those Rainfire bombs being as good as they are. So Eager, up to their own shenanigans right now. It's like, why get our own jungle buffs when we can just take the enemies first and then take our own afterwards? Left side with Eager going back to base for their first little shopping spree. Devourer's Gauntlet's online right now for Zapman. They could look to steal some more buffs away, but it looks like Turnip Esports are in position to secure everything but their speed buffs, so they'll be okay as far as their jungle is concerned for the time being.
So let's just go back to farm for the moment. Blue buff being taken down by Turnip Esports, given over to Zidru on this Bellona, who's had a pretty good lane so far for herself. Also went for the attack speed boots there, just for the Ninja Tabby. A little bit less damage on them, but more attack speed means you can stick to people with the attack speed of the Scourge and try and get those life steal off. She might look to try and do something against this blue buff here, but it's going to get dropped before she gets over here, I suspect. Yep, doesn't manage to land the Scourge, unfortunately. And back to farming we go.
Yeah, Bellona did go straight on into the Ninja Tabby. It's going to be more movement speed, more attack speed, and a little bit of extra damage. But, last game...
Bit of aggression onto Trueblade coming out here. Actually, the rollout is going to cripple Aurora from being able to go aggressive, but Trueblade's in trouble. Has to use the Astral Barrage to buy time. Ruby's going to rotate over. Agni and Ares are not going to be here for the time being. Are we going to see a Cataclysm come out here? It looks like we do as we go into the slow motion there. Ruby eats that one, and the disengage happens, but the reinforcements have arrived. Zapman is doing good work here to Ruby.
He is. Ruby forced up in an infinite web, looking to escape from this one. In the jungle, Lass is taking a little bit of back and forth with Oh Man, but he has now been run into by Aurora. They're going to look to disengage on this one. No Wrath of the Gods in hand yet. There's a nice big grouping here by Team Eager. They're going to steal away with his attack speed buff. They could potentially look for an early Gold Fury right now. A couple guys on the side of Turnip Esports are not really in a good position health bar-wise to actually fight. Zapman does have Devourer's Gauntlets, but it looks like they're going to go for mid-harps instead as they have just spawned.
Yeah, mid-happy so spawn. Checking in with Toli, though. He's actually putting the pressure onto Zidru over in this right lane, who keeps trying to base at the moment. And Toli's got himself back in a better spot with this one. He's going to be able to deny a mini-wave, potentially, from this Bellona, who's actually going to stay around for this wave. Doesn't want to miss the experience. Toli's actually going to zone him off and keep the pressure on him, using that reach to their advantage for the time being. And Toli, after that early game blunder, he's starting to control this lane now.
Yeah, I think one of the problems with that is there's really no... Warlock Sash is a great item. The Golden Sash, which right now Anatoly does have, is a good item in its own right. There's similar sort of items for physical damage gods. There's really no equivalent to it, however. The closest I'm thinking, even not considering stacking items, there's a couple physical damage and magical protection items, but they're not really items that Bellona is looking to want to build. She's picking up that cloak, looking to build. Could be a Magi's Blessing, could also possibly look to be perhaps a Hide of the Urchin, or even a Spirit Robe. There's a lot of crowd control on the side of Team Eager, so the Magi's Blessing could be a good option, but Anatoly is getting both magical power plus health, which offers protection against Zidru. So right now, Anatoly has the advantage in that lane for the next little bit at least.
Yeah, so it's pretty much standard for the timing. We're just waiting patiently for the next engagement. Aurora might look for something with Dare to carry mid, but everyone's backing away. It's just a pretty much farm off. The Hunters, as usual, continue to push on. Zapman being Zapman. The one thing to know about Zapman, really, is he used to be good when he used to play against Zapman in the SPL. But now I think Zapman is just better just because he is in the SPL, whereas Zapman is only in the Challenger Cup. He needs to think about those things going forward. I mean, to be the best, you have to play against the best.
And sometimes playing against that Zapman guy just is enough. That Challenger Cup level plays, it's not good. I mean, we saw last game, he wasn't even using his own experience. He's such a good tactical feeder, and last game, I think he had 0 deaths, only 1 death at the end. I think he got killed right before the game ended. I mean, without that tactical feed coming in, this is going to be a very rough game for Eager.
Ooh, mid lane, though, bit of aggression. Kraken's going to hit, and oh man is what it should say. That Kraken came out, and Shark Infested managed to bring him down with the help of a Whirlpool. Lassie's found himself another kill. in this mid lane. He's 2-0 in this lane now, and Zapman once again going aggressive against the Rama, but meanwhile, Gold Fury has begun.
Yep, it's already down to about half health. It's dropping quickly, and with Zapman arriving, they're trying to rotate over and stop this when Ruby's up in the Nightcrawler, trying to get in this, not going to be able to jump down in time and steal away. Eager gets the first goal for this match. Immediately, Turnip Esports are looking to disengage and not start a fight in a 3v4 situation. You know, over in that soul lane, once again, Zidru getting forced out of lane by Anatoly. Soul lane Athena is nasty, and right now, Zidru just cannot handle it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, he can't at the moment, and Rama's being pushed into the tower constantly as well, so it's really rough for him to be able to do that too. He's going to have to play very, very safely here. He's not been able to really get himself going in this game. Not managed to find a pick that he'd like to overall. And it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for him because he's gone Vanguard into Magi's boots for damage. So you could have gone cooldown or CC reduction. You don't necessarily seem to go CC reduction because of bolster defenses. Cooldown reduction is a pretty big one. In No Escape, you either force beads or pull somebody in. The big part of it's getting it, being able to use it as often as you possibly can to force beads more often, which then sets up the rest of your team to use their crowd control, and because beads have since been popped, that crowd control actually sticks. Where sitting, he's level 8 right now, No Escape hasn't been used at all yet, so ultimate not used is an ultimate wasted. I get you want to sometimes set up these big, huge plays, but there was a pretty good window where only Lassus had beads online. Nobody else did. There were so many pull opportunities coming out that he could have possibly looked for. And with everyone, you know, people getting beads, people having crowd control immunity from their own abilities, that little timing window that Omain might have otherwise had has since passed, and going forward, he's really just going to be popping beads for the first set of, you know, attempts of that No Escape. They're really looking for pressure in this mid lane still as Geb rolls around all the way around the back of Raw, going quite aggressive here. Going to trade off with Omain again. Going to need some Serum Flesh and burn him down a little bit. He's got to be careful of Agni backing him up there, but the stun's not going to connect. Meanwhile, Dead to Cat down in the town on the left-hand side. Not going to drop the cats there as they were on cooldown. Actually, weren't on cooldown. They were available. He just chose not to use them that time. Yep, there's a big grouping over here right now. Eager, there's no gold fruit available. There's no buffs available. Actually, the attack speed buff is. That man's going to be picking that up. They're just looking possibly for the fight, looking to zone these guys out. There's the No Escape finally coming out. Probably not going to find any pulls. Actually does get a roar and not going to waste casualties. He might pay for that one, though. Stone Shield saving his life. Zapman with that Rising Jaguar finds a kill. Bellona rotating over. Lassus finds number 2. Zidru, though, in a bad spot as 5 members of Eager all over the place, raining down that damage. Going to find the 3rd kill of the first real team fight of this game. Yeah, I mean, there was a big team fight for Eager. They rotated over, managed to steal away a buff. That was all over a purple buff engagement that happened for them, and Eager did manage to pick themselves up nice kills. Dertica been involved in every kill of this game this week. He did get MVP last week and left side. Zapman being Zapman. Once again, diving towers, finding himself kills. It's that lovely ability to be able to curve bolas around towers. You know, they're very large stationary objects, but being able to branch them not only off in in a cone of fire, but also curve them around the backside of the tower and do damage. Unfortunately, you can't hide behind a tower from a Xbalanque, as True Blade just kind of learned the hard way. So the moment it's all gone back to just continuing to farm. Zapman will bring down the tier 1 tower on the left hand side. No, he won't. He's going to rotate away just in case of a rotation, which there is from the Ares. Mid tower is down for Agni, being murdered. So not got much. Is he? Oh man, just murdered Boxcat. That was terrible. What? Oh, the Boxcat ward. I was so confused. I don't look at wards. That was wards horrible. Are for the weakness. Wards are for the weak. We don't see that coming out from the boys of Eager. They're a challenger level team. They don't need wards to win games. Right hand side, they're going to dive onto Zedru under the tower here. Totally tacking this one up. And the taunt comes out, followed by Cats. Eagles rally. Eagles cry. Whatever works. But the Eagles beat Cats is the question. It do actually. Confirmed. Rally Invicta. Can do. Rally Invicta. Eagles rally beats Cats. Meanwhile, fishes do destroy firemen with 2 heads. It's really just the rice got wet, and nobody wants like wet rice. So and it's nice and crunchy. It's glorious. Like I was trying to go someplace with it, didn't go. Yeah, it didn't go. Yeah, we're gonna go. Stop doing that. It didn't work out. Right hand side here, what's going to fall down surely to Toli and Dertica. Dertica might take some damage from Ruby. Do you? Not going to find anything else than that. Does defend the tower for now. His team are rotating over. Mid Harpies, though, have spawned. And the right one's going to go over to the boys of Eager. But Turnip is going aggressive again onto Lassus, who's burning flesh right now. Not going to find the kill for the moment. Left side, Harpies are available. And the Raw's in position. He is kind of sitting by this wall, looking to recall. Zapman split in a tier 1 tower. That's not Zapman, excuse me. Zapman is running back from base. Zapman is on Xbalanque this game, Hindu. Did you know that? Zatman is now Xbalanque this game. That's true. That is part of the game. 7-1 for the boys of Eager. They're in a pretty good position right now. I mean, honestly, I don't think Turnip Esports have played this one badly. I just think they've had a few issues getting themselves going more than anything else. Eager got themselves in position a little bit quicker. They had a good start in the solo lane up against Anatoly, and that worked out okay. But the thing is, Lassie started getting going in mid lane, and we didn't see anything really come out of this Ares pick. I like the Ares pick. He's just not managed to get anything going for the team in terms of pulls and chaining the targets. Goldfield is going to start it up again by Eager, and it looks like he might go to them for free again.
Wrath of Gods is on cooldown. This could be a steal. Team Eager will be able to secure it. Barely. Rainfire bombs come from Agni were coming down, but the fight could be on. Xbalanque using that ultimate, looking to chase forward. Nightcrawler from Ruby diving in, looking for Zatman in the backside, but he's in the middle of a lot right now. Ruby gets picked up, but they find the kill onto O-Man in the front line as well. Eager get the gold for another pair of kills. Looking back at the beginning of this game, Turnip Esports were just full on, we're going to just pressure out Eager all across the map and just hope they can't deal with it. It was working well. Eager pushed back slightly, and then it's like Turnip Esports like, oh, wait, Eager's pushing back. Well, hang on, guys, relax. This is Eager. We have to, we can't do this anymore. It seems like the aggression just kind of stopped after Eager went for that first speed buff invade. It's like, I don't know. Turnip Esports were doing really well at the beginning of the game, and now they're kind of, I don't want to say floundering around right at this particular moment, but they need to start reestablishing vision control in the jungle, getting control, looking for picks, and just kind of stop the bleed that started up a little bit. Team Eager right now sitting at a 9,000 gold advantage. It's not, in 15 minutes, it's not quite insurmountable, but it's pretty close to getting to that point.
I mean, Eager in a really good position as well. Lastis is currently 6-0-1. He's got himself online. He's very, very big right now, as is Zatman at 2-0-4. So getting these early kills onto their carries just escalates them, getting their build online, getting them higher level. Look at the level difference right now between Poseidon and Agni in this mid lane. Yeah. Lastis is a 4-level lead right now over the team. In the jungle, it's a 3-level lead. And Lastis can defend against 3 quite comfortably, while the rest of the team rotate around. And talk about rotations, here comes Bastet to the right side.
Looking for Zidri, you see that shield bash forward aggressively and switch straight into the hammer stance, trying to get out of this one alive. The taunt coming in, catcalls drop down. There's the banner dropping down from Bellona, but it's not looking good. She can kill the cat. She will survive as the counter rotation comes around. Ruby is here, but so is Aurora right now. Keeper the Rise going to drop some bombs down, find a stun, but the kill potential probably not here right now. Zidri will go back to base, will survive that gank overall, but it was a close call for him.
Yeah, it was a close call for him. I mean, Ruby's rotation was pretty good there. Unfortunately, Raw was there too with his rotation. Teleport in from Zedru brings him back to the fight, and this might be Zedru making a big mistake as he eats a Kraken to the face and a Whirlpool following it. Zlasis finds himself another kill and becomes unstoppable. Talking about unstoppable, Zatman is split pushing tier 2, and Rama can only watch as the boys on the right-hand side are just trading out a little bit more.
Rainfire bombs once again from Agni, trying to find something here to answer back in this right lane. Anatoly looks like he's going to be right. Ruby's doing a lot of damage. No escape pull might actually find something over here. Stone Shield not going to be in time for that to stop that pull. Cataclysm to answer back, though. A lot of guys in trouble. Turnip Esports may get turned around on, but with Agni, Path of Flames out, Ruby answers, finally gets a kill onto Aurora. I believe that's a 1-for-1 overall in an extended fight in the right lane, but Zatman got that tier 2, so Eager coming out overall across the map.
I mean, the fight in solo lane, there's no point in this fighting. At the same time, all they're doing is delaying back to Totally at the moment. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Eager just taking more towers down. Rama's left to defend against the cat, and Xbalanque, or Xbalanque, as people were saying, he's going to slowly drop this tower down as the back away. They droop up onto him. He's in a bit of trouble here.
This new Zatman strategy seems to actually be working out okay. He was able to get out from the mid lane tower aggression by Turnip Esports. He is sitting 2-0-4, which is very, very odd. It's unusual. It's making this even more confusing, considering it was Ram last game. He's now Xbalanque, which, again, it's very weird. Is this really Zatman Hindu? That's the question going through my and everyone's mind at the moment, with that 0 death count.
It might be crap. It might be crap. It might be crap in disguise. We don't know. Lassis rotating mid is going to get picked off by the chains there. Good shield from Aurora's going to buy him time to escape that stun that came out from Agni. Retreat back to the tower for now. But yeah, it could be crap. It could be crap. That bold Adonis Eagle Brain Man. Crap.
I'm not going to... Oh, they're actually... Blink Cataclysm coming out from Aurora. They're looking for this fight right now. Going forward, keeping the Rice immediately. Path of Flames out of this one. The banner is down once again from Bellona. The fight's kind of at a hold right now. But here comes the full engagement. Eager going forward, looking for some kills. Zidru caught out in the back line. Will get picked up. Zatman, no escape coming out. straight into the shark's mouth right there. Unfortunately, you can't drag anyone down with you. Ruby out of position on this one. Didn't quite able to make a retreat. Will fall as well. 3 kills going to Team Eager, and they are making a beeline towards that fire giant. And with
18 minutes
nearby.
There should be a free fire giant. Meanwhile, Dirty can just keep pressure on the mid lane. It's actually going to keep the pressure on. Deep Force, the path of flames from Agony, and the cats are actually raining down, but they get exploded in seconds. Dirty still looking for this kill. Great ages coming out from Keeper of the Rice there, actually, to stop the declaw from connecting, which would have brought him down. But the fire giant does go in favor of Eager, and Dirty finally gets that kill.
Yeah, Declaw is a fairly short cooldown, especially with the Odin's Wrath completed on Bastet. Number 1 got Aegis, number 2 not quite so much. Fire Giant Belt will be online, like you said, for the entire Team Eager lineup. The mid-tier 2 tower is about to fall. Only 1 tower left on the map for Turnip Esports, and then it's all on to the Phoenixes. So there's some gold to spend. There's a little bit of gold to spend. They might just look actually to start sieging these things down. Zatman already making his way towards that right side tier 2, realizing that minis are too far. Maybe we'll go buy some items, finish something off, start on maybe a rage, get that hidden dagger all ready for when we start the siege and look to start closing out this game. Turnip Esports right now are going to be looking to defend probably at the Phoenix. I don't expect them to look for too much at that tier 2, but with that Fire Giant buff and that very strong lead by Team Eager right now, it is going to be a rough defense. I mean, no matter where Turnip look for it.
The issue is with Eager right now, they've got 2 Guardians on Eager's side, and so they can both take it in turns trying to tank up the front line. And in doing so, Turnip Esports need to wait for them to engage and try and counter-engage off the back of it. If Ares goes in first, they're not going to find the targets they want to. They have to wait for Eager to engage and re-engage after it. And they're really looking for Lassis and Xbalanque. That's the real damage on the team. They still have to worry a little bit about Dirty Care as well, but it's all about taking out Lassis and Zatman. Otherwise, they're not going to last very long at these Phoenixes. They have to play this very, very well. It's going to be an uphill battle, but they still have a chance because the Titan still stands.
Lasses and Zatman are definitely the 2 they need to take down. Almost double the damage of anybody on the side of Turnip Esports for both of those players right now. So they are the force to be reckoned with, and with that big defensive line, it's going to be a rough fight. They're immediately looking for the split push. Dare to Care finds the quick kill onto Ruby in the mid lane. Defender Olympus dropping down as well. They have the 4v5 power play in the favor of Eager, as the Phoenix fight has begun in 2 lanes simultaneously. Zidru's trying to zone these guys out off that mid lane Phoenix, but they're immediately collapsing in on him. No escape coming out. This could be the last fight.
It could be the last fight. As you can see, Eagles rally used defensively. Lassis gets that hit with a Kraken onto Ares to bring him down. Zatman chasing him for kills, and at the enemy fountain, gotta find Trueblade before he can step his toe into that healing goodness. The Phoenix in the left falls, the right one, so the middle one may be focused next. No, the blinking from a raw cataclysm. They find another kill for Lassis, and now the Titan is under siege.
Minions just arrived. Backdoor protections are now gone. Titan down already 30%, 20%, 10, and it is about to fall and will. Team Eager getting the Fire Giant buff, finding a couple kills, finding a Phoenix, and finding victory in this quarterfinal matchup against Turnip Esports. Turnip Esports came out at the beginning of this match with a big wave of aggression across the entire map and pushed Team Eager back to the tower, denied a decent chunk of gold. But that aggression tapered off quite quickly, and Team Eager just capitalized on that, turning that into jungle invades, turned that into kills, objectives, and eventually the game. Yeah, not the easiest game in the world for Turnip Esports. They started off strong, though, as you said. It's just Eager will come out for business today and putting the pressure onto the enemy team. 10-0 and 3 for Lasses, putting the team technically on his back with the amount of player damage he did as well, 14k, although Zatman 15k, didn't do half bad himself. But that's Eager moving on to the semi-finals in this week's Challenger Cup, week number 5. Who will they be against? Well, it's going to be either return or high five in the next round. We'll find out shortly, guys, and be right back with you with all the action from that one.